All right, guys, welcome to my first kind of tips and tricks video I'm going to do on Wolcen. I really enjoying this game right now. Despite the bugs and stuff, and I know they're working on it, and 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 another thing is, I'm going to rant a little bit. The skills are not uh, how do you say that? They're not scaled very well towards in game. Of course, like Arctic Spear and Havoc Orb are outshining everything just because they just they clear so well. They do massive damage so fast. But anyways, let's get into this. So we're going to be talking about best kind of like farming strategy, and this is again my opinion. You may agree or disagree with this, but we will talk about that here after I do this because I forgot. This is what happens when you're not paying attention. But anyways, so if we look at the expedition map, so when you first start out, you start on veteran here. You don't have any of these unlocked. You start working through these, right? And so you get decent gear here and there on your way through, and you hit ascended here. And ascended is where it changes the rolls on your gear. 163 is where it changes, right? And so 163 is the ideal level to start farming, especially if you're having issues trying to get better gear to advance through, because it doesn't scale. I don't think it scales properly from, especially on these last levels. So, so if you're trying to get better gear to make your build a little better, I would suggest farming 163 to do that. And before that, again, here is 157 and 163, and so you can kind of see that on the items here. I got them out of order, but 157, 163, and 187. So those are kind of the drops here in the levels. Just a brief overview. So if we look at the 157 roll, and we just toss that in there, and let's just look at the top roll here, damage. So we have 4 stats for damage: 9 to 11, 10 to 12, 11 to 13, and 12 to 15, right? So just kind of remember that here, 4 rolls, right? So let's switch this out. Let's put 163 in there and take a peek. So now we have 1 less roll, right? So 10 to 12, 11, 13, 12 to 15, and let's see what it took out. It took the 9 and 11 roll, so it took the top roll out. So you can't get this roll, but obviously you can still get 11% because it's between there. But again, that's 1 less roll you're going to possibly hit, so you have a higher chance of hitting the top roll, which is 12 and 15%. And so if we go again, look at 163, 3 rolls here, 10 to 15%, right? So let's look at 187. And again, you have 3 rolls. So from 163 to 187, the rolls don't change. If you look at the other rolls too, let's just take this for an example. Let's go back to 157 and look at elemental damage. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 rolls. And 163, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it takes 2 additional rolls off there. I believe it's the I think it's 10 to 12 and 11 to 13. I don't know why it does those rolls. It's kind of weird why it takes a little bit higher roll and the low roll off. But whatever, that's just one of those things. Hopefully, that's a minor thing that hopefully Wolcen fixes. But that's kind of how that works, and that's why 163 is ideal for farming. Also, this belt is nice to have if you run across it. Just for the 95% magic find, just kind of gives you a little bit higher chance to find those uniques and possibly legendaries. And again, these are the map. I'm actually running low on these. I've got a pretty decent stack of these maps here. Starting to run a little low, but I like the omen ones because they spawn omens randomly. They drop a lot of gold, and they have higher chance. They drop. They have a higher chance to drop several pieces of gear, so you have a higher chance to get a legendary unique by killing these omens, and I feel like it's more efficient than adding these roll. You can add these roll area modifiers, and they add 20% magic find, and it's okay, but it makes the level harder, and if you're struggling already, it doesn't make any sense. But if you can clear it just fine, you can add them. But I mean, I'm not going to. I'm just going to toss the Omen Roll map modifier in there. We're going to hit a 163. And we're going to check it out. Let me put these pants up real quick. Toss that in there. And just thought these are the Omens maps too. They're just yellow versions. I don't know exactly the difference between them. It never really states. But and there we go. Look at that. So we got a legendary right off the bat from one of them, and a high-level gem, and a crafting material. You just go through, kill things, pick up gear. You can also change this loot filter. Let's say, you know, I like to looking for all rogue pieces, right? I can switch these all to legendary, so that way I only see legendary drops, because if you look at legendaries, they're worth like 10k a piece, so they're worth picking up, along with weapons. If you're only looking for, like, say, staffs or pistols or something, take everything else and mark them as legendary. Takes the rares out of the loot filter, and it's easier to grind for the gear you're looking for. But if you don't really care and you're looking to get massive gold, just pick everything up and sell it. Of course, you can't TP out of the instant, so you're pretty much stuck. And there we go again, another legendary. We'll kill off all this trash real quick. And there we go. And that could also be, that may not be your luck too. I also have that extra 95% magic find belt on right now, so take that into account. For at least find legendaries, but you can find some pretty good rare items with close to the rolls you need, just through farming some of these levels. And then you can craft, you can add any type of modifier you need on there. I guess I killed another one. I'm probably about to run out of space. Now I'm out of willpower. The heck was that, man? Am I out of space? Yes. So we'll just finish the level, just kind of a good example. 163 is a lot easier to get through, faster. And I personally don't like the overlay on this, the map overlay. I don't know what is going, why it keeps jumping me like that. Yeah, that's just weird. Very weird. The mob density doesn't seem very high on this map. Definitely take the ruby. over something. And we got one more. I was about to say, hopefully it didn't bug out. They're supposed to patch that, keeping different portals from appearing and stuff in this latest 1.105 update. And that's it. We got another map. Of course, I can't pick up because I'm out of space. And we got a boss one, which the bosses ones are pretty good for getting your town points, your productivity points quick, because it's easy to do the boss ones. And then you get actually 163 level items here as well, so you can kind of look through these and see if anything kind of fits your build. Or just, you know, pick the highest price item. So if you like this video, if you have any suggestions or I'd like to see anything else, just leave them down below in the comments. Peace out, everybody. Thank you for watching.